lied and stole and smoked cigars, even the girls, and talked dirty and cussed out their teachers and took the name of the Lord in vain, and even set fire to Granny Campbell's old broken down schoolhouse. There were 6 of them: Ralph, Imogene, Leroy, Claude, Ollie, and Gladys. And they went around Shannon's school like those South American fish that strip your bones clean. They went around town the same way, stealing things and tearing things up and hitting kids. So it was hard to get away from them. There was only one safe place.
Sweet hour of prayer, because there are no unbelievers there. And Jesus loves us, as they say, because he keeps them miles away.
That's my little brother, Charlie. That's what he said when the Sunday school teacher asked him what his favorite part about church was. And he said, no beggars. Of course, this made the teacher mad, because all the other kids said nice things about God, Jesus, and good feelings. But old Charlie told the real truth. No beggars.
I don't care what everybody else said. That's what they really thought. All the other stuff is okay, but the main good thing about church is that the no-leaders aren't there ever.
That's not a very Christian sentiment.
It's a very practical sentiment. Charlie was black and blue all last year because he had to sit next to Leroy Novinger in school.
Is he the worst one, Leroy?
They're all the worst one.
Ralph's the biggest, so if Ralph gets you,
That doesn't make any difference. Gladys isn't big, but she's fast and she's mean and she bites.
I'm sorry I asked. Just stay away from all of them.
That's what I said. Stay away from them. Go to church.
Well, I'm glad to hear you feel that way.
Why?
No arguments this year about the Christmas pageant.
I don't want to be a shepherd again.
Well, tell Miss Armstrong you want to be a wise man.
I don't want to be in it.
Think how I'd feel sitting there on Christmas Eve if my own children weren't in the pageant. Think how your father would feel. You feel terrible, wouldn't you, Bob?
Actually, I wasn't planning on going this year. There's never anything different about the Christmas pageant. I think I'll just stay home, put on my bathrobe, and relax. There ain't nothing ever different about the Christmas pageant.
Well, there's going to be something different this year.
What?
Charlie's going to wear your bathrobe.
You just made that up, Greg.
why don't you be Joseph? Elmer Hopkins will pay you $1 to be Joseph. Elmer's sick of being Joseph all the time just because his father's the minister. Nobody wants to be Joseph.
Nobody wants to be in it.
What are you going to be in this year?
I'm always in the angel choir.
Well, why can't Charlie be in the angel choir?
Because I can't sing.
From what I remember, that's no drawback. Away in the manger sound like a closet full of mice.
What do you wear in the angel choir?
Bed sheets.
Oh boy, some choice. A bathrobe or bed sheets? Come on, let's go watch TV.
You know, Miss Armstrong works very hard to give everyone a lovely experience.
Oh no, Mom. Miss Armstrong just likes to run things.
They're right, of course. She directs the pageant, she runs a potluck supper, and she's chairman of the bazaar. I feel sorry for Helen, but who's going to do all those things?
Is that George Armstrong's wife?
Yes, it is.
Well, maybe she can manage the hospital, because that's where she's at. I saw George this morning at the drugstore, and she fell and broke her leg. She's going to be in traction for 2 weeks, out till the first of the year.
The first of the year? Why, they'll have to cancel Christmas.
She's in charge of Christmas.
Well, she's in charge of the pageant, and she's in charge of the bazaar. I feel sorry for Helen. But who's going to do all those things?
Yeah,
mean I have to go?
Our Christmas pageant isn't what you'd call five-star entertainment. In fact, Miss Armstrong breaking her leg was the only unexpected thing that ever happened to it. It's always the same old Christmas story, and the same old carols, and the same old Mary and Joseph. And that's what my mother was stuck with. That and Miss Armstrong.
Display the fact that I am not there to this production, but I'm sure you'll be fine. I can't stress how important it is to give everyone a chance. So here's what I do, because I've done it for so many years. I start with Mary, because Mary was the mother of Jesus.
I know that, Helen.
Yeah, okay, so then you want to pick Joseph and Joseph, God picked him to be the father of Jesus, and so that's how I explain it. But look, don't spend too much time on that, because Elmer Hopkins is always Joseph, and he's the pastor's son, so he knows all about Joseph. So
I thought Miss Armstrong was in traction. How can she talk on the phone if she's in traction?
What do you think traction is?
Like they put you to sleep.
No such luck. Beth, we need
do
salt,
explain
pepper,
about
and
the wise
name.
men and the shepherds and how important they are. Be sure and tell them there are no small parts, only small actors. Yes, and the angel choir. Yes, don't tell them not to stare at the audience. It just looks terrible. Make sure that they don't wear earrings or big headbands or anything like that. Oh, and no clunky shoes or high heels. Oh, and I hope you don't have too many baby angels, Grace, because they're going to be your biggest problem.
We'll leave some for the rest of us, won't you, Charlie?
I'm hungry. Leroy Helbinger stole my lunch again.
How can you let him do that to you day after day?
How can I stop him? Where's the chicken?
Grace, where's the chicken?
It's still in the oven.
I'll get
Grace,
it.
yes, you'll need to have someone push the baby angels on. Otherwise, they end up bumping into each other, breaking their wings, bending halos. Then they cry. Oh, Bob could do that. Oh, yeah, he could push the shepherds on too. Oh, back to those angel choir. Don't let them wear lipstick or anything. They think just because it's a play.
Helen, I have to go. There's someone at my door. Helen, there's someone at my door. I'll talk to you later. Yes, I'm coming. Oh, for heaven's sakes, it's just you.
I was getting lonely at the table.
Well, I guess Helen feels lonely at the hospital.
Not as long as those telephones are working.
I bet she told you about no small parts, only small actors.
And getting someone to shove the baby angels on to make the shepherd shut it.
Yeah, she suggested your father.
Does that mean I have to go?
And, I think the McCarthys just had a new baby. But, Grace, don't use just anyone's baby for Jesus. Get a nice baby. Get a quiet baby. Oh, better yet, get two babies. That way, if one is fussy, you can just switch them out. And then you don't have to worry about the baby situation. All right, let's see what's next. Okay, then we're going to do...
My mother didn't pay much attention to Miss Armstrong. She said Miss Armstrong was stuck in the hospital with nothing to do but pick up problems. And there weren't going to be any problems. Of course, Mother didn't count on the no-bingers. That was Charlie's fault.
Hey Leroy, give me back my lunch.
Sure, kid, here.
You stole my dessert again. How do you know? Because it is in here. What was it? 2 Twinkies.
That's right, that's what it was.
Hey Leroy, do you think it's so great to steal my dessert every day? I don't care. I don't care if you stole my dessert. I'll even give you my desserts. I get all the desserts, all I want in Sunday school.
Oh yeah? What kind of dessert?
All kinds, chocolate, cake, and candy bars, and cookies, and Twinkies, and Big Wheels, and we get refreshments all the time, all we want.
You're a liar.
and ice cream and donuts and cupcakes and
Who gives it to you?
the minister.
Why? Is he crazy?
No, I just think he's rich.
Sunday. That was the wrong thing to tell the no-bangers. And sure enough, the very next Sunday, there they were in Sunday school, just in time to hear about the Christmas pageant.
What's even a pageant anyway? It's like a play. Like on TV, what's it about? It's about Jesus. Everything here is. And it's about Mary. Mostly it's about Mary. Who's Mary? I am. Well, probably. I know the part.
Come on, Bev. Charlie, you and David come sit down. Now, if you'll all just settle down, this won't take very long. Today, we're going to decide who will play our main parts in our Christmas pageant. Of course, everyone will have an important part to play. You know what Miss Armstrong always tells you. There are no small parts, only small actors. Isn't that what Miss Armstrong always tells you?
That's what she always says, but she never says what it means.
Well, don't you know what it means?
I know what it means. It means that the short kids need to be on the front row of the angel part, or else nobody can see them.
Well, not exactly. It really means that the littlest baby angel is just as important as Mary.
I don't think anyone is as important as Mary.
Well, naturally, that's what you think, Alice. I think Jesus is more important.
I still think it means the short kids need to be on the front row.
Girls, everyone is important. Mary, Jesus, and the short kids. Now, is everyone here? Beverly, will you just step up to the hall and see if anyone else is coming? Now, your younger brothers and sisters, they'll be our little angels. So please remind your mothers that they'll need bed sheets. And people in the angel choir, they'll need bed sheets too. And if anyone has any old bathrobes at home, now, what's the matter? Well, let's make some room there for the no-bingers. Okay, well, now what happened to Beverly?
I think she went home. I think she got sick.
Well, did she say she was sick?
She just left. All I did was I just said, hi, Beverly, and she just left.
Well, I see. Okay, well, will someone please tell Beverly about the rehearsals? The next 4 Wednesdays after school. Plan to be here for everyone.
What if we get sick?
You won't get sick. Of course, Mary and Joseph must absolutely come to every rehearsal.
What if they get sick?
Well, they won't get sick either, Elmer.
Well, Beverly got sick and we didn't even start yet.
We don't know that Beverly got sick. Now, I want you to think about Mary. We all know what kind of person Mary was. She was quiet and gentle and kind. And the girl who plays Mary should try to be that kind of person. Now, who would like to volunteer for that part? Did you have a question, Imogene?
No, I'm gonna be Mary, and Ralph right here is gonna be Joseph. Yeah, right.
Oh, well, okay. I'll just make a list for these parts, and then we all can decide who it will be. Ralph Nobinger. Okay, who else would like to be Joseph? Did you raise your hand, Elmer?
No.
Just raise your hands, please. Any volunteers? Any of you shepherds? Very well. Ralph Nobinger will be our Joseph. Now, Imogene has volunteered to be Mary. I'll just write that down. All right, what other names can I put on my list? Janet, Roberta, Alice, don't you want to volunteer?
No, I don't want to.
I'll be married.
Shut up, Gladys. I'm already married. You can be a wise guy.
Well, the wise men are usually boys. Of course, they don't have to be. And we could,
I'll be a wise man. Me too. Hey, Cole, do you want to be a wise man? Raise your hand.
What's a wise man? Just raise your hand.
What's left to be?
Some angel.
I'll be that. What is it?
well, it's the angel of the Lord who brought the good news to the shepherds. There, we do have some volunteers. Yes, David, would you like to be a wise man?
No, I just wanted to say we may be in Philadelphia.
Well, why didn't you say so before?
I just remembered. Besides, my mother doesn't want me to be a shepherd.
Well, why not?
I don't know. She just said don't be a shepherd. I'm not going to be a shepherd.
Oh, yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. What's the matter with all of you?
I don't want to be a shepherd. Gladys, no finger hits too hard.
Why Gladys isn't going to hit anyone. The angel of the Lord just visits the shepherds in the fields and tells them Jesus is born.
And hits them.
Elmer, that's ridiculous, and I don't want to hear another word about it from anyone. No shepherds may quit or get sick. Now, that's all for today, boys and girls. You can go, but I expect to see everyone here on Wednesday at 6:30. Alice, what's the matter with you? Why in the world didn't you raise your hand?
I don't know.
You don't know. I expected you to volunteer.
Miss Bradley, get Gladys off of this.
I expected you to volunteer, Alice.
Miss Bradley. Oh, come on, Alice. I don't know.
I didn't dare raise my hand. Imogene Novinger would have killed me. She said, I'm going to be married this Christmas pageant. If you open your mouth or raise your hand, you'll wish you didn't. And I said, I'm always married at Christmas pageant. And she said, we'll go ahead then. And next spring when the cattails come out, I'll shove a cattail so far down your ear that nobody will be able to reach it. And it'll sit there and grow and grow and grow. And you'll spend the rest of your life with a cattail growing out of your ear.
You know she wouldn't actually do that.
Oh, yes, she would. No fingers will do anything. You just watch. They'll do something terrible and ruin the whole Christmas pageant. It's all your mother's fault.
James, Evan McCarthy, did you hear about well, it must be Grace's fault somehow. How else would the 6 of them end up in the Christmas pageant when they ought to be in jail?
Vera, Irma Slocum here. Hey, I just heard that Imogene Novinger is going to be married in the Christmas pageant. And is that a fact? All 6 of them? Vera, I live next door to that outfit, and I live next door to a zoo. Has Grace gone crazy?
What for heaven's sake, where did that come from? Who let it in? Imogene Novinger. What kind of a child is that to play Mary, the mother of Jesus? Well, where was Reverend Hopkins, I'd like to know. He was what? Visiting shut-ins? Well, I'm shut in, and he certainly wasn't visiting me. Oh,
I said, why would you let them hang out the programs? Grace said, well, we never have programs at the pageant.
Better nail down that church and lock up the silver service and hide that collection plate before they clean them out.
well, what in the world is wrong with Grace? Couldn't she just send them home or tell them to go away or go steal something and burn down somebody's property? I feel so responsible. This never would have happened if I'd been up and about. It's all my fault. Nothing can run as well without me.
If I'd been up and around, this never would have happened. Let me tell you.
Don't tell me, I'm on your side. Car's over there.
Helen Armstrong is not the only woman alive who can direct a Christmas pageant. I made up my mind long ago that I was just going to do the best I could under the circumstances. But now, I'm going to make this the best Christmas pageant ever, and I'm going to do it with the Novingers. After all, they're the only ones who raise their hands, and I just don't care.
Good for you, Grace. The car's over there.
And you're going to help me.
Does that mean I have to go?
Yes, you have to. All right, so the inn is off stage back there, and the shepherds, they'll come in and they'll gather around the manger.
Where do all the shepherds come from anyway? What's an inn? It's like a motel where people go to spend the night.
What people? Like Jesus? Oh, honestly, it's the Christmas story. Jesus wasn't even born yet. Mary and Joseph went there. Why?
To pay the taxes at a motel.
Shut up, Ollie. Everybody shut up. I I just want to hear her. Begin at the beginning.
The beginning?
The beginning of the play. What happens first?
Imogene, this is the Christmas story from the Bible. Haven't you ever heard the Christmas story from the Bible? Well, that's what this Christmas pageant is, so I better read it to you.
I can't believe that. Can you? That they've never heard a Christmas story?
Why not? They don't even know what a Bible is. And they've never went to church in their whole lives until your dumb brother said, "We got refreshments." So now we have to waste all this time for nothing.
All right now. There went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And Joseph went up from Galilee with Mary, his wife, being great with child.
Pregnant. She got pregnant.
All right now, all right. We all know that Mary was pregnant. And it came to pass while they were there that the days were accomplished that she should be delivered, and she brought forth her firstborn son.
I don't think it's very nice to say that Mary was pregnant.
But she was.
I don't think that your mother should be calling Mary pregnant. It's better to say great with child. I'm not supposed to talk about people being pregnant, especially in church.
And they wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn.
Good grief, they didn't have room for Jesus?
Well, nobody knew the baby was going to be Jesus.
Didn't Mary know? Didn't he know? What was wrong with Joseph that he didn't tell him her pregnant and everything?
What's a manger? Some kind of a bed?
Well, they didn't have a bed in the barn, so Mary had to use whatever there was. What would you do if you had a new baby and no bed to put the baby in?
We put Gladys in a dresser drawer.
Well, there you are. You didn't have a bed for Gladys, so you had to use something else.
Oh, we had a bed, only Ollie was still in it, and he didn't like Gladys. Remember how you didn't like Gladys, Ollie?
That was pretty smart, Ollie. Not to like Gladys right off the bat.
Anyway, a manger is a large wooden feeding trough for animals.
What wadded up clothes?
The what?
It said in there she wrapped him in wadded up clothes.
Swaddling clothes. People used to wrap babies up very tightly in large pieces of material to make them feel cozy.
You mean they tied him up and put him in a feed box? Where in the world was the child welfare?
The child welfare is at our house every 5 minutes.
There wasn't any child welfare in Bethlehem. Well, I'll say there wasn't.
And there were shepherds keeping watch over their flocks by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of
Shazam!
what?
Out of the black night with horrible vengeance. The mighty Margot!
I don't know what you're talking about, Alex.
The
But,
mighty Margot's amazing comics Out of the Black Night with Horrible Vengeance.
this is the angel of the Lord who comes to the shepherds.
Out of nowhere, right? In the Black Night, right?
Well, in a way.
Shazam!
Now, when Jesus was born, there came wise men from the east, bearing gifts of gold and frankincense
What's that?
and myrrh.
What's that?
They were spices and special oils.
Oil? What kind of present is oil? We get better presents from the welfare basket.
Were they the welfare, the wise men?
Well, they were kings and they were sent.
Well, it's about time someone important showed up. They can tell the innkeeper where to get off and get the baby out the barn.
They were sent by Herod, who was, well, he was the main king, and he wanted to find Jesus and have him put to death.
Good grief! He just got born. They're gonna kill a baby? Who's Herod in this play?
Herod's not in this play.
He's out to kill the baby and he isn't even in the play?
Well, somebody better be Herod. Let Charlie be Herod. And he says, go get me that baby. And they say, okay, because he's king and all.
But then they don't do it. They go back and get Herod.
I'm not going to be Herod.
No one is going to be Herod.
No, Joseph go gets the shepherd and they go up there. See, they're going to put one in and it's going to be me and I'll get killed.
Forget about Herod. No one is going to be Herod.
And I'll run away with the baby till the fight's over. Somebody ought to fix the innkeeper. Gladys, you wipe out the innkeeper.
I can't. I'm an angel.
I wouldn't just hang around in the barn. I'd go get a room.
She said there wasn't any room.
Then I'd throw somebody out. I'd tell them I got this baby and it's the middle of winter, so either get out or move over. And I go after old Herod.
I've seen an angel after him. She could just point her electric finger and turn him into a pile of ashes.
Yeah, that.
What's the name of the place? You never said.
Christmas pageant.
That's not a name. That's what it is.
I know name. I'd call it Revenge at Bethlehem. Revenge at Bethlehem. The no-fingers thought the Christmas story came right out of the FBI file. At least they picked out the right villain. It was Herod they wanted to gang up on, and not the baby Jesus. But the baby Jesus put the pageant anyway. It was supposed to be Eugene Slocum, but Mrs. Slocum said she wasn't going to let Imogene Nobinger get her hands on him. So, we didn't have baby Jesus. And this bothered my mother. She kept trying to scratch with the baby, even at the last rehearsal. What do you keep writing in that book?
It's like a diary.
No, it isn't. It's all about the Nobingers. Imogene curses and swears all the time. Ralph talks about dirty things. My mom? Mrs. Bradley called Mary pregnant. Gladys Nobinger drinks the communion wine. But it isn't wine. It's grape juice.
I don't care what it is. She drinks it. I've seen her 3 times with her mouth all purple. They steal too. If you shake the birthday bank, it doesn't make a sound. Why? Because they stole all the pennies out of it. And every time you go in the ladies' room, Imogene Nobinger is sitting there in the Mary costume, smoking cigars.
And you wrote all this down before.
For my mother, Reverend Hopkins, the Lady Aid Society, and anybody else who wants to know when the whole Christmas pageant turns out big.
All right, everyone, let's get quiet. Beth, will you and Alice come down here so we can get started? Now, this is our last rehearsal. So we're gonna go just from the entrances and
Hi, Grace. I just wanted to let you know that we're back in the back making applesauce cake. I hope we don't bother you. So you're having dress rehearsal?
it's supposed to be. Oh, Edna, didn't I hear that your niece had a new baby a month or so ago? A little girl?
Yeah, she's 5 weeks old now.
Well, how would it be if I were to call her up to see if I could, borrow her?
Oh, no, Grace. I could lie and say that she's sick or something like that, or just cranky, but truth is, she's a perfectly healthy, happy, beautiful baby girl, and we don't want to put her in the hands of Imogene Nobinger. I'm sorry, Grace.
Miss Bradley, you can have my little brother for Jesus.
I didn't know you had a new baby, David.
He's not new. He's 4 years old, and he's double jointed. He could probably scrunch up.
Well, I don't think so.
Well, I guess I'll just get us a baby.
How are you going to do that?
There's always 2 or 3 babies in carriages outside the supermarket. I'll just get one of those.
Imogene, you can't just walk off with someone's baby. We'll forget about a baby. We'll just use the doll.
That's better anyway. A doll can't bite you.
And Imogene, you know Mary didn't wear earrings.
I have to wear these. I just got my ears pierced, and if I don't keep something in them, they'll grow together.
They won't grow together in an hour and a half. What did the doctor tell you to do?
What doctor?
Well, who pierced your ears?
Well, Gladys did. Gladys pierced her ears. I bet she probably did it with a nightstick. I'll bet Imogene's ears turn black and fall off.
Well, we'll just find something smaller. Now, is that your costume? Is that what you're going to wear? You're all supposed to be in your costumes.
I can't find my halo.
And my wings got open, and Gladys stole my sheets.
My mother doesn't have any white teeth. Can I wear with balloons on them?
I haven't got any costumes. I was never a shepherd before. You have to wear your father's bathrobe. That's what I have to do. He hasn't got a bathrobe.
Well, what does he hang around the house in?
His underwear.
pretend we're wearing our costumes.
Are we going through the whole thing?
Well, yes, of course. I know, but first we're going to practice just the entrances. All right, so all of you go where you're supposed to be, and we'll just start with the shepherds. All right, just read the first few words, Maxine.
Shepherd keeping watch of their flocks by night.
Music, shepherds.
And an angel of the Lord appeared to them, and
Shazam!
No, Gladys.
Addie the Black Knight.
No. Go on, Maxine.
a multitude of the heavenly hosts.
Music, angels. Music, wise men.
I got the baby here. Don't touch him. I can do Jesus.
No. You don't say anything. Mary doesn't say anything. No one says anything. Mary and Joseph,
Let's
just
go
get
get
it.
back.
And that's a lovely picture for us to look at at Christmas time. Now put the baby back.
I don't get to say anything. Some angel tells me what to name the baby. I would have named it Bill. Oh, what a terrible thing to say.
What angel was that? There's angels all over the place. Was that Gladys?
No, Gladys brought the good news to the shepherds.
Yeah, I see you. A child is born. I see me, not to them. I'm the one that had the baby.
No. That just means that Jesus belongs to everyone. Unto all of us a child is born.
Why didn't they just let Mary name her own baby? What did the angel do? Just walk up and say, "Hey, name her Jesus"?
Yes.
I know what he said. He said, his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
Good grief, you'd never get out to first grade if you had to write all that down.
Miss Bradley, what should I do? Should I start over?
5 minutes, Maxine. 5 minutes.
We never did start over, and we never did go through the whole thing. The 5 minutes turned into 15 minutes, and Imogen Nobinger spent the whole time in the ladies' room smoking cigars. Then Miss McCarthy went to the ladies' room and saw all the smoke, and she called the fire department, and they came right away. They cleared everybody out of the building and drug a big fire hose to the church looking for a fire to put out. But the only one they found was in the kitchen. All the applesauce cake burned up. Of course, all the ladies were mad about it, and Miss McCarthy was mad, and my mother was mad.
Why in the world would you call the fire department?
Well, there was a lot of smoke.
It couldn't have been. You just got excited, and now look. The church is full of firemen, and the streets are full of crime babies, and the shepherds are all over the fire trucks in half the neighborhood. Didn't you know it's cigar smoke?
Well, no, I didn't know it was a cigar smoke. Who would expect cigar smoke in the ladies' room at church?
Alice Wendellkin's mother was mad too, and the whole Ladies' Aid Society was mad. And Reverend Hopkins said he didn't know what to think.
Well, I've been on the phone all day and I can't make heads or tails of it. Some people say they set fire to the ladies' room. Some people said they set fire to the kitchen. Vera Wendelkin said that all they do is talk about dirty things and underwear. Well, the whole church is in an uproar. I don't know. Jesus said, suffer the little children to come unto me, but I'm not sure he meant the no-bangers. Grace, you don't think we should cancel the pageant?
I'll bet that was Helen Armstrong's idea.
We could blame it on the fire. Makes a good excuse.
I'll bet that was Edna McCarthy's idea.
Everyone seems to think it's going to be
A disaster? Well, they're wrong. This is going to be the best Christmas pageant we ever had.
But Grace, I don't think anyone will come see it.
I didn't think so either, and neither did Charlie. But we were wrong. On Christmas Eve, the church was jammed full. Everybody came. Just to see what the no-bangers would do.
Wait, and just watch your step, okay?
I can't even see where I'm going with this thing. What in the world do you expect to do with it?
Well, I thought it looked like a palm tree, but I guess it doesn't. I have no idea what's going to happen tonight. We've never once gone through the whole thing, and the no-bangers still think it's some kind of spy story. It may be the first Christmas pageant in history where Joseph and the wise men get in a fight, and Mary runs away with the baby. Where are the kids?
All the kids are downstairs in the basement, and they're putting on bed sheets.
Well, where are our kids?
We're here.
Well, go get your costumes on. It's getting late.
It's just gonna be awful, you know. They look like they're trick-or-treating or something. All dirty and fastened together with safety pins and wearing their moldy old sneakers. Mary and Joseph, I mean, they look like refugees or something.
Well, that's kind of what they were, Mary and Joseph. They were refugees in a way. They were a long way from home, didn't have anywhere to stay, didn't know anybody, didn't have any money. They were probably hungry, cold, and a little messy.
I don't know about cold and hungry, but they sure are messy.
Oh, dear. Do you think I should just...
I think you worry too much now. I'm going to stand in the back. I'm going to push angels out. I'm going to hand shepherd their crooks. Then, when do I do all that?
Well, just follow the script.
Okay. Baby angels, shepherds, wise men. It doesn't say where the fire trucks come in.
All right, is everyone here? Beth and Alice, I want you up front so that you can take care of the baby angels. I just want to see how you all look. Gladys, where's your halo at?
A cat buried it. Listen, I think I ought to say something besides the baby king. Why would they all get up and tear off after some baby they don't even know? I ought to tell them it's Jesus, and I ought to tell them where he is.
No, Gladys. You don't say anything else except unto you a child is born. And that's all you tell them. Now, let's all go backstage and let's try to be quiet. People will be coming in, so be quiet and good luck. And good luck.
Miss Basil, actors don't say good luck. Actors say break a leg.
Yes, I know that, Alice. Look, it's just a theatrical saying, you don't break anyone's leg. And Imogene, try to remember that that's a baby. And for tonight, at least, it's baby Jesus.
days of Caesar Augustus, a decree went out that all the world should be taxed. And Joseph went unto Bethlehem with Mary, his wife, who was great with child. And while they were there, Mary brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, for there was no room in the inn.
I don't think it's very nice to birth the baby Jesus as if he had colic.
Well, he could have had colic, just like any other baby. I don't care. It was awful.
And so do they.
So what? They just came a long way, don't have any place to sleep, and now they've got a new baby to worry about.
Who? Ralph and Imogene?
No, Mary and Joseph.
And in that region there were shepherds in the field keeping watch of their flocks by night. And an angel of the Lord appeared to them. And an angel of the Lord appeared to them. The glory of the Lord shone about, and they were so afraid when the angel of the Lord appeared to them and said, "Be not."
Hey, unto you a child is born, and it's Jesus, and he's in the barn. Go on, he's over there, go on.
And suddenly there was a multitude of the heavenly host, saying, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace among men." When Jesus was born, there came wise men from the east to worship him, bringing gifts of gold, myrrh, and frankincense.
They look awful too. And what's that Leroy's got? It's a ham. A ham? I'll bet they stole it. No, I think it's the ham from the welfare basket. You mean it's their own ham? They must hate ham. Well, Alice, even if they hate ham, I bet it's the only thing they've ever given away in their whole lives.
Being warned in a dream that they should not return to their own country, the wise men departed, the shepherds also departed, praising God for all the things that they heard and saw. But Mary kept all these things and pondered them in her heart.
Holy night. Look, Mary's crying. Miss Bradley, Mary's crying. Cry, from your birth. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sweet in heavenly peace, sweet in heavenly peace.
Could you believe that was Imogene Herdman? I think that was the best Christmas pageant we've ever had, and I think it was because of them.
Well, I always get weepy at these pageants. And I guess it's the children and the carols, but you're right, this was the best one, and it should have been the worst.
Well, there was just something different about this pageant.
Well, that angel of the Lord was sure different.
She was different, but she had spirit, and you know, I like that. I really like that. I must go find Grace and tell her.
I wish now I would have let her have baby Eugene for Jesus.
Oh, I know. I would have loved to have my niece. So, who was the baby Jesus?
It was a doll.
No, that was not a doll.
It seemed real.
I gotta
Let's
go
go
tell
find
Grace.
It did seem real, as if it might have happened just that way. We all thought the pageant was about Jesus. That was only part of it. It's about a new baby and his mother and father who are in a whole lot of trouble. No money, no place to go, no food, nobody they knew. And then, arriving from the east, like my uncle from Atlanta, some rich friends. Because of the no-bangers, it was a whole new story. Imogene burping the baby, and the wise men bringing such a Gladys. He's in the barn. Go see him. So the shepherds didn't have to stumble all over the countryside. But I guess it wasn't like that for Imogene. For her, it must have been all wonder and mystery, as if she just caught on to what Christmas was all about. When it was over, we had a party in the basement, but the no-bangers didn't stay. They didn't have any hot chocolate and didn't walk off with all the cookies. They wouldn't even take their candy cane.
I guess that's about it. Any kids left downstairs?
I guess that's about it. Any kids downstairs?
Nope. Everyone's gone. You know you're in your bathrobe, right? You're not gonna wear it, are you?
Why not? Maybe people will think I was a shepherd. I wouldn't mind being taken for a shepherd display, would you?
Yes, you would. Some lady came up and hugged me because I was a shepherd. Should I bring this ham?
Well, it's the no-bangers ham from their welfare basket. They wouldn't take it back. Leroy said, it's a present. You don't take back a present.